on top of your spine. Good. Can you just let your feet release into the floor? Yeah. Okay. Now, what I'd like you to do for a moment is to just let your head drop back and down into that tendency. And see whether you have, how that affects your the rest of your body. Do you feel any effect? Really just let yourself go into that.
Maybe just a little bit more pressure.
Just kind of yeah. When you're at work and you're sitting at your desk and stuff, how do you think that you tend to sit? And you mentioned that you don't have a very good chair. Like that? Yeah. Okay, go back into that just so that you can really let yourself feel what's going on. And what would you say is happening with the rest of your body, with your torso, your spine? What is it doing?
It's terrible. I mean, everything's all around it and scrunched up back here. Scrunched up here.
Yeah, okay, so a sense of scrunching, kind of impression. All right. Okay, I'm going to ask you again to move yourself forward onto the front of your chair. And from sitting there, let yourself go again into that kind of scrunch, just so you feel what that's like. Okay, now we're going to again bring your attention to your neck and head, and see if you can just let my hands guide you and let yourself follow them. And we're thinking of releasing your neck to let your head move forward and up to let your spine then lengthen out. That's good. That's good. And just be very easy with that. Beautiful, so that you don't have to work hard, but you can just sort of allow yourself to decompress. Yeah. And then I'm going to just have you turn your head and look in the mirror and see what's going on with your back. So, what do you see there? Yeah, it's more, I would say it's more lengthened out. Maybe we'll do this one more time with you watching in the mirror this time. So let yourself just kind of relax back down into what feels more like your habitual tendency. And often what we might do to come out of that is to just kind of lift ourselves up, right?
Yeah.
And where does it feel like the movement is initiated from when you do that? Somewhere in the ribs, right. Okay, so that's one way of doing it, but that's not the Alexander technique. So let yourself go back down into that. And what we're going to do is deal with, first of all, your neck and head. So it's almost like decompressing from the top. And really ask you to just wait a little bit until you feel that happening rather than just hauling yourself up. That's it. Very nice. And then again, we can turn your head and look in the mirror and see how you're really considerably lengthened out there. Now, anything in terms of what you told me about your left hip as we were working, what's going on in there?
Nothing. I mean, I'm not feeling that at the moment. I am feeling this lower back thing that's new, and that's been coming in and out.
As we've been working.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's, I should be more attentive to that, I think. So as you're sitting here now, do you feel
and I
pain
feel
in
some
there?
pain. I know it's there.
Yeah. Okay.
This is worse.
Is it? I mean, does it feel worse when you do that?
Somewhere in the process from there to there, there's something that I feel pain. But either position, it's fine.
Okay. All right, so just keep me posted as to how that's going. What I'd like you to do now is just come even a little bit further forward on the edge of the chair. And just like you to get a sense. Well, let yourself come back ever so slightly. No, I'm sorry. Not move back in space. Yeah, that. Okay. But that's a little more than I think you need to. So, yeah, we're doing work just very subtle. Yeah. And what we can think here is of your back beginning to lengthen up. And as I'm doing that, I'd like you to still be aware of your head. Yeah. Right. Okay. Now, everything that I'm doing is probably not what you tend to do ordinarily. So so it's important that you just let that happen unless, of course, something is painful. I don't want you to sit here in pain at all. It's not the point. Just, yeah. What's that like?
It's kind of good to get the pressure off, I guess.
Does it feel like the pressure on is getting off?
Well, it feels like you're taking it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay, so what I'm thinking here now is that there's a sense, particularly once you're not pressing down on your head, that your whole spine can lengthen upwards. And I'm really giving you a fair amount of support here to suggest this. And I feel like maybe if I took my hand away, I just kind of want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So we haven't, that's part of what we would work on learning. How can you support your back in a different way? But I'm actually giving you quite a bit of support now, just so you can begin to maybe feel that. Okay, good. Now, I think what we need to add into this picture is a little more awareness of your legs. Okay, so I'm just going to move them. You don't want me to move
I
them?
feel precariously balanced at the
You
moment.
feel like you're really on the edge?
Yeah.
Okay, so move back just a little bit. So, let me just adjust these for you.
Also pigeon.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering, do pigeons really do that? It's like, where does that expression come from?
They do, actually.
They go around like this?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever focused in on their little legs that much. Okay, now, as I pick up your leg, you don't have to help me. Okay, so see if you can just let it dangle. Yeah. Good. Okay, this is a very challenging way to sit, without back support. And I'm doing it really as a means to help you experience a different kind of balance of all the parts of your body. I'm not saying necessarily you should sit like this, but over time it's something that really, believe it or not, can become very comfortable. Let this just begin very subtly. This pelvis here comes slightly back. Yeah, a little more. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Does that feel like when you go back? It's okay. All right. So I don't want to keep you sitting here too long. What I'm going to do now is just to move you a little bit forward and back. Okay? And where we're moving from, one of the places we're moving from are your hip joints. Yeah. So just get the sense of rocking forward. Now as you come back, imagine that your head is leading, you're moving in your hip joints, and you're coming back. Now what effect does that, or does that have any effect on your lower back as we go into movement?
Not so much.
Not so much. I'm just going to bring your feet in a little bit closer to you. And once more, we're going to think of your head balancing on top of your spine, forward and up, which will give your spine room to lengthen out. And as I move you, you can think of a lot of space in your hip joints. That's it. Now you're going to continue to let yourself move forward over your hip joints. You're going to think of your head leading, and you're going to let yourself come up to standing. Good. Come all the way up, yeah. Is that easier than you thought it might be?
No.
No? All right, well, you did that very well. I thought maybe you were thinking that you would never get up from that. No. Okay. So again, we just keep shifting our attention back to the neck and head, and that's good. Just renewing the thought that this area can be easy, that your head can balance forward enough. And it's easy to think about that as a position, but it's really not a position, it's a kind of a poise, a kind of a moving relationship. Okay, now, just take a walk and just walk around a little bit because we've been fairly static. And maybe just notice how you are, or anything that you're experiencing about yourself.
Okay, I just feel like I'm just falling heavy to one side or the other.
As you're walking.
Generally, I have a tendency to waddle.
Okay. Send up a kind of
Dropping
emphasis down.
yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe let's just address walking just for a moment, and then we'll work on the table, and then we'll probably come back to walking. Let's just very simply see what happens just from right where you are. Maybe, sorry, not see in terms of look, but
See in terms of
find out. Right. What happens in walking as you pay attention to the balance of your head on top of your spine? Okay, so let me just suggest with my hands. Yes, that's nice. Good. Okay. Now, I'm just going to be easy. I'm going to stay with your head, and I'm going to start walking. Walk a little bit slowly at first. So that good. What do you notice about what you were saying before?
I'm not doing that.
You're not doing that at all, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's really it's like pretty easy to affect a change here. I thought we had to do all this stuff with your hips and legs, but really this is really Alexander's big discovery that in a way, simply by dealing with the poise of the head and how it affects the spine, a huge change potentially can come about. Let's just do that again. So you're just continuing to think of your head balancing forward. Now you take responsibility not to run into the table and stuff. Okay, so you need to turn. And yeah, so you're aware of that top of the spine, which is between your ears. Good. Okay, and let's just keep going a little bit. Okay. Now, as you walk, you just turn to face this way. Again, your hip joints are way down here. Okay? And so, imagine that from your hip joints, your whole torso has an energy flow upwards. Okay? Now, where's your head? Yeah. Okay. So, it's almost like your whole torso is flowing up and going along for a ride on your legs as you walk. Good, that's really so different. It's quite something.
Well, it's just the difference between when I dance and when I walk. It's like two separate creatures.
Right, you did.
Well, I feel like I'm saying, oh, now I'm dancing and walking.
Okay. Yeah, I wish we could, I was saying maybe you and Joan could do a little dance break as you're saying who would lead. What's the problem with this kind of dance?
I could lead swing.
Can you? So why do you think there is that distinction though between walking or sort of maybe more everyday life and dancing? What?
Mindset.
Mindset, yeah. So it's a lot to do with how we think, but maybe if you can begin to carry over some of your dancing mindset into your living mindset. Okay, so I just want to give you a thought about your legs now as you walk. And it's the sense that as you take a step, your knee is going to initiate the movement. Okay? Let's say you're going to step on your right foot. Let your knee bend and take a step, yeah, and rest. Okay? So we'll do this kind of slow motion. Now I'm giving you stuff to think about your legs, but that doesn't mean you have to lose sight of the sense of where your head is. Okay, so that, again, you're going to take a step by releasing behind your knee to take a step and just stay there. Okay, now releasing behind this knee, let your legs swing through, take a step. Yeah. And knee, step. Knee, step.
Completely different.
What?
That's completely different.
Yeah. Yeah. Why is that? What do you think is so different?
I think if we take a step, I don't think I do that.
Yeah. What do you do? Do you know? Yeah.
Fall back and put the straight leg here. And then this is that.
Yeah, go back to see if you can recapture your sort of normal walk, and let's see it again. Yeah, it's more like it, but it's easier still than what you did at first.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah. And if I was walking normally, I'd walk kind of straight leg.
Back, yeah. So there's much less of a sense of that knee initiating, and I think what's happening is that it's more like your hips, your pelvis are going into your legs as you walk, downward sense, rather than an upward sense. Okay, and that upward sense has to do with your head moving forward and up, which will encourage your spine to lengthen out, just like we did in the chair when we kind of collapsed. And then move back up out of that, so that as you move up out of that and then you just send your knees forward, you can walk, your legs walking. Yeah, again, just in terms of you don't run into the chair. So we'll just keep going back and forth, but I want to just keep reinforcing for you a sense of what we call this knee direction. Yeah.
It's very different.
It's very different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that, I would suspect, may begin to have some effect both on your hip joint and your low back stuff. Yeah. Neck should be free, hips move forward and up. I don't know, maybe we're totally getting out of camera. I forgot about that completely.
That's good. That was good.
That's right, that's what we needed. That's it, yeah, okay. Great, beautiful. So that very free head, long spine. I haven't talked to you at all about your shoulders, but we'll get to that. And you're letting your knees release forward. Yeah. And then now that you've really got that working for yourself, see if you can just like walking as a total body experience. So trust that all those things that we've talked about are there for you. Then just walk, and I just happen to be with you, and your head is moving up, and your knees are moving forward, and your body is long. Good. Very nice. Okay, let's switch gears, and I'm going to put you on the table. Okay. I'm going to ask you to come back off now. I just want to show you maybe another way of getting on. Okay. Are we?
Yeah.
Okay. So, see if you can let me just pick up your hand. Okay? And first of all, I'd like you to feel what it's like without any books under your head, and I want to see what that's like also. And again, if you can not help me, and just let me pick up your head. I'm going to put a book under there to just suggest to your head that when you lie down, again, you don't have to press back and down. So the books help facilitate what would be what we're looking for in standing and upright posture. In other words, head forward and out. Okay, how is your lower back doing?
I feel it.
You feel it. Does it change it at all when you lie down?
Moving from position to position. Yeah, so moving from standing to lying.
It hurts, it's a change of position, yeah, okay. But it's not too
No.
bad. Okay. So let's see what effect the table work has on it. Again, I'm just going to be doing the moving, and giving you things to think about and asking you to let me do it for you, actually. Yeah. Okay. So, I'd like to just bring your awareness to your hip joint, which is deep in here between my hands. And if I come under here like this, you can really think about your hip joint being between my hands. And take your time and see what happens if you just kind of think into that area. And imagining easing and softening. And imagining space in that joint. So here my hand is on your pelvis, which is part of your torso, which has a sense of flowing upward towards your head. Again, these are just thoughts. And here my hand is suggesting that your leg moves in the opposite direction down towards your foot. So if you're moving in two directions, we really can open up some space in that joint. So there's a sense that your leg is really hanging, almost dangling away from your torso like it looks on the skeleton. Have you done any kind of study of anatomy or anything along the way? Or
Do you swap on this men's class?
yeah. And do you do other kinds of dancing besides like the ballrooms?
Jazz.
Ballet. For a lot of years, and did you start dancing when you were?
No.
You started older.
Started after college.
Good. So again, there's a sense that your whole leg is releasing away from your torso, lengthening all the way down to your foot. Now, as I'm going to bend your knee, it's just like what we were dealing with in walking. It's the sense that the knee bends from behind. Good. Let's do that again just so you really get a feel for it, because that's quite nice. So we're getting a bending in your hip, but not because you're actively doing that, but just in you're sending your knee up towards the ceiling, your whole leg will bend. Yeah, what's your experience of that?
I'm pulling it up and lifting it up.
Yeah. I'm just going to slide under your lower back, and you can think about this whole lower back just kind of easing and softening. Also imagine that it's widening out, so there's a sense that the muscles fan out from your spine, kind of that way. Yeah. Just bring your attention back to your neck and head. And just thinking of letting your neck be easy. Again, you don't have to do anything at all. Just let me suggest this with my hands so that your head can move away from your spine. So that your spine can lengthen out. So that your whole torso can lengthen and widen along the table. It's moving away from your as your legs move away from your body. There's a sense of imagining space in your hip joint as your leg is lengthening away from your torso. And again, I'll just give you a sense of really where that joint is between your hands. Can you get a sense of that in the area? It's quite internal, but we can get there mentally. So that your whole leg is moving away from your torso, lengthening out of your body. And again, by simply releasing behind your knee, you can let the leg fold. This knee can still just continue to balance, almost as if it were suspended from a string to the ceiling.
Not that far out, but
To balance the leg. Okay. That way. Okay. Let me get this leg balancing and then we'll address that. Yeah. So I think partly, if you think about, I mean, that may be your experience so far. Let's see whether maybe we can give you another experience. I don't know, but the sense that, yeah, I see what you're saying. That there's an energy flow up from your hip into your knee. Your foot is grounded on the table, and there's also an energy flow up through your lower leg. So it's almost like your leg's balancing through this kind of guard. Yeah, how does that affect what you were talking about?
Does it almost all?
Yeah. Learning to balance the legs in this particular way is a process that becomes easier over time. So we will not get the perfect balance in a limited amount of time, but just like to give you these concepts, and then you can even play with them on your own. So continuing to think that for this leg as you let your knee fold. Imagine your knee leading and let your leg very gently move inward a bit. It's almost like you're releasing all around your hip joint to let that happen. It's okay. If they lose it, that's fine. But that's what's like quite a nice kind of energized sense of balance. Want to see where they are? Yeah.
So my feet are still out, but instead of being, I don't know, but instead of being out like this, they're out, but these are still sort of straight up.
Yeah, they're fairly wide. Is that what you're saying?
My feet are wider than my knees are,
Yeah.
but these are still straight and not
Not going in exactly. They're I would say they're directed more up towards the ceiling.
So this relationship is straight and that one is split somewhat.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Again, this is not like the ultimate place to balance your legs when you lie on your back, but it's kind of where what I'm going to leave you with for now, and even more than sort of where they're placed, I think the important thing is that this thought, and actually that you can balance them by giving yourself that thought or that direction. Now, what about just having your knees bent, having worked on your legs a little bit? Does that have any effect on low back? There's some relief. Okay, now again, you can be easy in your neck. You can think about where the top of your spine is. Just let your whole head, let me roll your whole head from side to side. So as your head is rotating, there's a sense of this movement happening between your ears, quite high up. Just going to take a couple more minutes to deal with the rest of your torso and your shoulders. And so just following my hands, we're both thinking that your body is lengthening out and widening out along the table. And just sliding under you. And thinking about your muscles softening, releasing out. So there's a sense that your shoulders move away from your spine. That's it. They widen. Do you feel that? That's quite a release. Good. So your arms too, I'm suggesting that they move away from your body just like your legs, so we can therefore open up more space in your joints. Good. Now you're just going to think of your fingers leading to bring your arm back. Forward and out, whole body long and wide along the table. I don't know if this is ever anything that you do for yourself. Do you ever tend to just lie on your back to relax? Or you do? Okay, so it's like, yeah. So maybe you can, play with some of these thoughts and directions, see what effect that has. And what would you tend to do with your legs if you do that? You might be breath.
Just mostly sort of that,
Yeah. Okay, it's interesting just what you did. And definitely, I understand what you're saying. As you brought your legs in, it seemed to me that there's some kind of pulling them into the body. So,
yeah.
Depending, you may want to place them differently. You may, in fact, want to put them over a pillow or something like that. But the concept that I'd like you to begin to think about is the separation as opposed to that. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So letting the whole body widen and lengthen and moving out across your shoulders. So there's a sense of shoulder widening out, letting your whole arm release away from your body. Really have done a great job of this non-doing stuff. It doesn't seem like it's particularly difficult for you, is that true? Yeah. Sometimes people find that, it's there's a certain amount of giving of control involved that sometimes is very difficult for people, but you seem to just take it away. That's it. Okay, so we are in a moment going to get up off the table. And again, let's sort of suspend that particular goal and become more interested in the process of getting there, how you're thinking about what's going on with yourself. So, let's see. First of all, you're just going to let your head rotate around your spine just gently as if you're going to look over your left shoulder. And then I'd like you to let your knees roll to the side. Give me feedback how this is on your lower back. So basically going to roll onto your left side. Okay, leave your head right this way. Yeah. Is that okay with that? Yeah. Alright, so you're going to put your hand, palm of your hand on the table. Roll a little more onto your side. In a minute, you're going to use your hand to really push yourself up to sitting. Okay, away from you. And let your legs swing over the edge. I'm going to help you with your head so that you can get up without scrunching in there. Rolling onto your side. That's it. You let your legs swing over. You can bring that other hand down and let yourself come. Okay. And so just help yourself off the table then. And once again, just go for a walk. Okay, so as you're walking, I'm going to just let you go on your own. So you can take sorry, I don't mean to abandon you. But just so you can experience sort of where you are, whether you feel any effects from being on the table.
I feel much lighter.
Lighter. Yeah. All right, now as you continue to walk, I'm just going to talk you through some of the stuff we talked about. So just let yourself be aware of your head forward and up. Yeah. Imagine your spine lengthening, your whole torso from your hip joints has a sense of floating up, and it's your knees releasing forward that are moving you through space.
Hard one.
The knees is the hard one? Yeah, okay. I really, I don't want to take too much more time, but let me just come and be with your head again, and let's just walk around the table. So that as you walk, you can just let your focus go around so you see where you're going. So it's just walking, even though here I am holding onto your head. Beautiful. It's really nice. And so you stay with your head now, okay? And I'm going to deal with your legs. So that as you walk, and you might just pick up your pace slightly. You get that sense of those knees taking you through space. Okay. Let's stop there. I went a little longer than I intended to, and I don't know, are you under time? You need to get to work. Could you take just a couple minutes if the class has anything you want to ask you? Okay, great. All right. Well, you were a great subject. I just want to say that. Good. Yeah. So either, have a seat, and do you want to keep still taking this or no?
It's optional.
Okay. So maybe.
I can take my mirror.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Right. The mirrors.
The mirrors.
So either. If people have things they want to ask Debbie, or if you have anything you want to ask me, just questions that came up for you in the lesson. Either one.
It was interesting because one of the things that I have been aware of is that that's something that I have not been able to, in a dance class, to just extend and get out of a different way of thinking about it.
Right. Right. Yeah, just so you felt some effect of that in terms of feeling more space or separation.
Just like sometimes everything's all scrunchy.
Right.
I know that.
You didn't know what to do with it.
Undo it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you feel you can use these things?
I feel like I can, whether I will is another question. I feel like I
Right.
should and I can, but, yeah,
The fact that yet to be seen.
right.
Right.
Were you subconsciously videoed and watched?
Yeah. It's very brave.
It is.
I appreciate it. Some you start to have a little breakdown there.
Their hands were shaking at first.
Yeah, it's scary. Were you able to forget about it a little bit as it went on?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I felt that your attention kind of went deeper sometimes, that you
Yeah.
lost a little more awareness of being scrutinized versus like,
Yeah, it's a lot because already in the first lesson there's so much awareness and attention being brought to you which can make you feel self-conscious anyway, and then there's the class and then there's the camera, so it's all these levels. But
Sitting and laying or walking is unbearable.
that's so interesting because your walk was so beautiful and changed so much that I didn't experience you as being that freaked out and walking. All right, well,
Thank you. Yeah.
thanks a lot, Debbie.
What would you do on the next one? I mean, if this sort of continued, would it just sort of be more of the same?
There's a lot of repetition. I mean, those three elements are the kind of basic things that we work with, and you can probably imagine that the more it's repeated and reinforced,
Yeah.
the more experience gets into you. But then it can really also go off, as I was saying in the beginning, you can apply this kind of thinking to any activity. So if you wanted to work on dancing, we would figure out a way to do it. If you wanted to work on sitting, if you wanted to work on, bending over and picking up a shoe, I mean, you name it, we could do anything. So it's a combination of reinforcing the basics and applying it into all kinds
Some
of...
sort of activity,
Yeah.
whatever that is.
Yeah, because that really is ultimately the idea that you integrate it and apply it to all of your life. All the things I wanted to say very clearly in the beginning. I guess they also evolve out of what you do.